Hello and welcome back to Tales of Lumin. Today we're talking about World of Warcraft, obviously seeing that Legion was announced last night to be the next World of Warcraft expansion, and it is just so damn exciting. They are squeezing so much into this expansion. I don't even know how it's possible. Okay, I do not know how they're doing it, but so much of what people wanted to see, we're gonna see in this expansion, and I can't wait. Now, on the site they got a brief explanation here for people like me who are a little confused by the intricacies in the lore, who don't quite understand that Warlords of Draenor doesn't exist. The expansion isn't really there. It's like a blip somewhere off to the side on the timeline. It didn't happen. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Oh, my brain. Okay, anyway. So, the Tomb of Sargeras has been reopened. And the demons of the Burning Legion pour into our world. Their full, terrifying might is fixed on summoning the Dark Titan to Azeroth. And they've already located the key to his return. With the Alliance and Horde devastated, only you can take up Warcraft's most legendary artifacts, scour the ancient Broken Isles for relics of the Titans, and challenge the Legion before Azeroth's last hope dies. Steel yourself, champion. Extinction is imminent. And, well, Illidan is back. So who cares? That guy will see to it. I mean, come on. I am definitely prepared. Man, so in this video, we're going to talk about the features. I'm going to give you a brief overview of what's come into the expansion. Not going to go in depth. Not in this video. Okay, in future videos, of which there will be many. I'm so hyped for this. You would not believe. I'll be talking about some of the features more in depthly. So I'll maybe talk about the new class, the new zones, I don't know, the revamped PvP progression system, the artifact weapons, and all the rest. Okay, so in this video again, just a brief overview. Now, we get in a new continent. As I mentioned, the Broken Isles. They are looking really, really cool. They seem to be around the same size as Draenor. Maybe a little bigger. They could potentially be a little bigger. The zones in the Broken Isles, currently at least, are the Broken Shore, Azuna, Suramar, Stormheim, Val'Shara, and High Mountain. And then, the cherry on top of this Broken Island cake, Dalaran. Dalaran is going to be the new capital. It's going to be the new hub where both Horde and Alliance will meet up. Dalaran's back. It's floating over there. It's on the map. It's on the goddamn map. It's right there. Dalaran is back. Oh my god. Oh, and then if you just look at some of the little flybys and the scenes and stuff they're showing off on the website, it looks magnificent. The Broken Isles seem like an absolutely gorgeous place that I truly and deeply want to explore. Then, there's a new class. The Demon Hunter. This is something that so many people have wanted. This is something that's going to bring so many people back to this game. That class alone. It is like a mashup of the Death Knight and Monk in that it's got the agility and speed and, I don't know, grace of a monk, but at the same time it's got the cool factor of a Death Knight. And many people are scared that it's going to render both rogues and monks useless. But I don't know if that's a thing. I very much doubt it, okay? But the Demon Hunter class is going to be using leather. It says cloth and leather, but I think it's leather. Okay, it's using leather. And it'll be using one-handed weapons. So pretty much all the one-handed weapons, like minus wands, I guess. Agility stuff, maces, swords, daggers. I'm assuming there are going to be warglaives of some sort, axes, and so on and so forth. It only has 2 specs, which is a bit of a shocker. It's going to have a DPS spec, and it's going to have a tanking spec. Looks kind of cool though. Okay, it is definitely one of the coolest looking classes in the game. And again, I honestly think that that is going to bring a lot of people back, and get a lot of them playing just because, you know, Demon Hunters are as cool as they are. So, the tanking spec is called... Yeah, the tanking one's Vengeance, the DPS one's Havoc. I'm going to talk a lot more about the class after I've read up about it, after I've done a little research, seen how they're going to work and so on and so forth. Then I'll talk more about it, and I'll show you guys a whole bunch of screenshots, because there are a lot of really cool shots of them. There are some videos and stuff showing off how they'd move. Apparently they've got unrivaled mobility. They've got metamorphosis, and warlocks are really sad about that. It's going to enhance their power. They've got something called spectral sight, which allows them to detect stealth. That's pretty cool. And see through walls, which I think is a little weird. But Demon Hunter class is a thing coming to the expansion. They are going to be a hero class, so they're going to start at a higher level. My best guess is 70. Because the whole thing is that in the Burning Crusade, we saw Illidan training Demon Hunters, and then he sent them off through the portals to wherever they went, and now we're calling them back to help us deal with the Burning Legion invading. Because, well, you know, Demon Hunters are kind of good at slaying demons. So that's the brief overview of the story there. It's very brief. We're going to get to relive where they went, what they did, and then we're going to come back as them to help defend Azeroth. It's pretty cool. I like the idea of that. I like the way it's set up. And again, I like the fact that we get another hero class. I hope that it's going to be something like 70 and not like 90 or whatever, because I would prefer to spend a bit of time with my new class before having to just jump into the new content. I would prefer to be eased into the new abilities and stuff like that. Maybe that's just me, but there you go. Artifacts. That's the next new feature. Customizable weapons that grow in power as you do. This is a big one, okay? So, every single spec in the game, I think they said there's something like 36 of them, will get their own artifact weapon. Retribution Paladins are getting Ashbringer. Enhancement Shamans, Doomhammer. I'm assuming Arms Warriors will get Gorehowl, or some variation of it. It's crazy. It is just stupidly crazy. These weapons can be customized fully. You can make a lightning Ashbringer, a flaming Ashbringer, a frosty Ashbringer, like a dark corrupted Ashbringer. You can customize it. The colors, the visuals, it even has a talent tree attached to it. Your weapon has its own talent tree. Those talents that you choose there, they enhance your abilities of your spec. It's pretty cool. I'm just a little worried about how it's going to work with other weapons. Like, are these going to render weapons just in general useless? Are we even going to see weapons drop in from raids and dungeons? How's that going to work? I don't know. These are things that were not fully explained to us, but I'm pretty sure we'll hear more about it soon. Still though, so exciting. I mean, this right here is a reason for someone to stick with their class. Stick with the spec that they're playing. Be proud of it, because it's going to give them something to show. I mean, Ashbringer, the Death Knights, I'm assuming Frost Death Knights, are going to be collecting the shards of Frostmourne. They're going to use those shards to forge 2 new rune blades. Isn't that just damn cool? I think it is. Okay, they didn't explain everything about these, and again, I'm going to go into more detail in a future video, but it sounds so great. Then, class-specific order halls and followers. So classes are going to be part of orders now, and these are going to be like your new garrison, but they stressed that it's not going to be like garrisons, it's not going to be as much of a chore, and it's going to be more a form of pride and a type of class quest/progression system that can make you once again just feel good about playing the class that you're playing. Again, I think a reason to maybe keep people from going Demon Hunter. Now, each class is going to have its own class order hall. They mentioned that Paladins will find a sanctuary beneath Light's Hope Chapel in the Plaguelands where they will, you know, hold up. This will be their place. All Paladins, I guess that Horde and Alliance both together, will go there. You'd be able to get a class order Hearthstone. So you can at any point just hearth back to your class order hall and mingle with other members of your class. Maybe you can do some stuff there. Apparently you're going to have some champions, and they're going to be like well-known champions. Really well-known champions that you can send out on missions and stuff. But it's going to be to a lesser scale than the garrisons were. I love the idea of this. They said that warlocks will have like a fell ruined cave overlooking a Burning Legion homeworld or something like that. Druids will probably have a barrow den beneath some huge ancient tree. I think they showed a few others off It's just, wow. Like, ridiculously cool. So you can think sort of like the Death Knight Ebb and Hold, where they can teleport to it at any time with their Deathgate ability. It's going to be the same kind of thing, but just for your class. I like that. I mean, that combined with Dalaran, I think you get a good mix of social interaction plus, you know, your own space. I think it can be really cool, and the possibilities are just endless. Okay, imagine the cool place that mages could get. Monks are definitely going to be in Pandaria somewhere, in some serene and tranquil location. Oh my god, if they put it in the Valley of the Four Winds. Whoa. Anyway. It's just great. Okay, it's absolutely great. All new dungeons and raids. So, I have MMO Champion open here because there's no way I'm going to remember all the dungeons and raids just off the top of my head. But they come in. Okay, they are coming, and they are plentiful. I think they showed off or spoke about 10 dungeons already, and they said that they want to make them more of a focus. They said that they were done a disservice with Warlords, and that dungeons are important, and it's something that they want to focus on more. So maybe we're going to see better dungeons, more fun dungeons, more challenging dungeons, just more dungeon content, always good. So a couple I think that they announced: Halls of Valor. That's above the clouds in Stormheim, which is apparently going to be inspired by Valhalla. So it's something that you Scandinavians will definitely appreciate. Blackrock Hold, which is in Val Shara, the home of Lord Kurtalos Ravencrest. I don't know, it all just looked damn cool. The Vault of the Wardens, this is where the Demon Hunters awaken, that's another one. Eye of Ajara, which is, well, pretty damn cool. You actually going into the Eye of Ajara, where you'll contend with the minions of Queen Ajara and the Naga. Darkheart Thicket. This is at the base of the World Tree. Neltharian's Lair. Neltharion is the dragon that would go on to become Deathwing. We're going to actually go to his lair. Helheim. Don't know what that is. It's up in Stormheim, and it's the polar opposite of the Halls of Valor. So it's going to be like a cursed, dark, gloomy place. Suramar City is the City of Night. They showed a picture of this, and man oh man, it looked really cool. The Violet Hold is back, and then I'm not sure if that was the lot of it, but those are the ones that they showed off. Then, the Emerald Nightmare is a raid. That's going to be the first raid. It's got 7 bosses. They're throwing us into the Emerald Nightmare immediately. First raid in the expansion. How cool is that? I mean, the Emerald Dream is something that so many people were asking for so long, and here it is. Okay, here it is. A raid. So it's sort of the same as Heimwall was. 7 bosses, slightly smaller as the first one. It was created by the Titans as a blueprint for Azeroth itself. A perfect vision of our world. I want to see it. I really want to see it. Suramar Palace is a raid of 10 bosses. I guess that's going to be the equivalent of something like Blackrock Foundry. This is the palace in Suramar, and the Grand Magistrix runs the city. Brokered a deal with the Legion to allow them to use and corrupt the Pillar of Creation to create the Nightwell, a conduit of dark energy. Look at that. Apparently the layout and structure is somewhat reminiscent of the Black Temple, and so on and so forth. Sounds really good. I'm always impressed by the raids and dungeons that they set up. I mean, I enjoyed Warlords dungeons, but it's true that they didn't feel all that important. Next up, level caps raised to 110. I mean, obviously we're going to get a new talent then. Each spec will get a new talent. They didn't say if they're going to be working on the specs currently in the game. I feel like Blizzard definitely need to do something with rogues and warlocks. I guess monks have their own niche. No problem there, but shame. I mean, the warlocks, they just have this demonology now. They have metamorphosis, but here come the demon hunters with metamorphosis as well. Sure, it might not be the same, but kind of looks the same, right? So I'm hoping that they mix up the specs a little bit. I mean, a lot of people were kind of expecting, myself included, a male-wearing ranged class. I saw on Reddit that the last time a ranged class was added was in 2004. It's been a while, you know? I mean, they added Death Knights, they added Monks. Those are not ranged. Monks could heal, though, okay? Keep that in mind. Oh, and neither of them, obviously, male. So, I'm kind of confused. So, I'm hoping that they change things up a little bit. They did tease that survival hunters could potentially become melee hunters. That would be damn cool. I'd like that. I think that would be great. And a good reason for people to, again, just stay on hunter. Hunters must stay on hunters. But I feel like all hunters will probably just switch to demon hunters. Just because hunters always seem to be the cool chasers and the imba chasers. So I'm hoping Death Knights aren't too good. Else you will have all the hunters on. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that right now. Maybe when we talk about the classes, we'll talk about that. But I'm hoping they change things up a little bit with the current existing specs to keep people on their classes. Okay, to stop everyone from switching to demon hunters, because that would be a little iffy. Now, there's a revamped PvP progression system which I really, really like. It's called basically PvP 3.0 or something like that. They said that, you know, this is the one that they want to use going forward. It's different. It seems like they are separating PvE and PvP completely. The balancing is going to be separate. You're going to have a talent tree specifically for PvP. There's not going to be PvP gear anymore. It's all gone. Everything is gone. You don't earn honor anymore. You now earn ranks, and they work in a really interesting way. So there's a talent tree that looks much the same as current talent trees do for PvE, where you go down the list, you pick a talent, pick a talent, pick a talent from 3, and these are all PvP talents. The first one is like an option between 3, and one of them is your PvP trinket. I'm assuming it'll be like 3 different trinkets, and then as you go down, it's different stuff that obviously work for your class and work in PvP. Maybe damage reduction, maybe mobility increases, this, that, the other. But the most important thing to note, and this is something I want to talk about a whole lot more in future videos, is that they are leveling the playing field. They're making PvP fair. What? Like, they're actually making it fair for once. You're not going to have a huge advantage over people if you have, like, 20 or 30 item level more in terms of PvP gear. So, if you decked out in full arena gear, the epic items, before everyone else, you're not going to just be able to crush them. It's sort of like, think about it being like Heroes of the Storm. Okay? Where heroes, or classes in this case, are balanced on their own, and if you go into a game along with another hunter, you are essentially equal. This guy does an arcane shot, that guy does an arcane shot, they'll do the same damage. This guy has that much health, that guy has that much health, it's the same amount. There's balance. Okay, and it's great. So the changes and stuff that you'll see will be from talents alone. And then player skill will actually come into play. You can be better than someone else, and you won't just get beaten down because they have better gear. I like that. I like it a lot. Now, they spoke about prestige ranks, and the way you rank up is very interesting because you get to rank 40 or 50, I think they said it was. When you get to the top, you get to choose a reward. Then you get to reset your rank. So if you want to play again from the bottom rank all the way to the top, you get to do it again and choose another reward. These rewards could be like titles, mounts, cosmetic stuff. Not going to help you kill people faster, not going to make you super imba, but it will be worth playing for. That's amazing. That's something that I feel should have been added a long time ago. Anyway, it's coming. They spoke a lot more about it. I will speak a lot more about it. There's going to be an improved transmogrification system. We didn't hear much about that. They didn't even really mention it. They just say that allowing you to collect item appearances and save your favorite outfits without sacrificing precious bag space. Now, there are 2 ways this could go. The way I think it'll go, and I honestly would prefer if it goes the other way, but the way I think it'll go is they will give you, say, 10 character paper dolls. You can equip all your gear on it, save it. Next one. Equip all your gear, save it, name it, give it an icon, done. It's going to be, I feel it'll be where your gear choices are. So in your character panel, you'll be able to select transmogs, pick the one you want, equip it immediately. Okay? That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think that it'll be in the way that I'm about to explain, which would be kind of cool. Sort of like Guild Wars 2's wardrobe system where you can actually collect all the skins in the game. That, in my honest opinion, would be the bomb. I mean, that would give so many people so much to do. You'd have a reason to go back and do old dungeons. You could basically just make it your goal to complete your Transmog wardrobe. It'll make everything so much more interesting. You'd go back, do all the old dungeons, all the old raids, go back and look for crafting stuff, like recipes. materials, reagents, whatever, so you can craft all the different visual parts that you need. You have a mission. If you like something like transmogrification, you'll have something to do always. Same for weapons. Go out and find the ones you want, store them in this collection of yours, collect it all. Sure, it'll be a huge collection, and I feel like it would definitely over time diminish the value of stuff because everyone would sort of collect their whole collection and not need anymore. But I don't know, man. When new players start playing, they'll want to do the same, and so on and so forth. It's tough. Anyway, that's going to be good. It's coming. Improved social features. I don't know what that means. They say create social circles with friends that have shared interests and form the perfect group to play your way. That's basically it. Then there's a character boost that's coming. You can raise one character to 100 immediately and much more. Legion. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be amazing. They show some of the heroes and villains on the website. Maeve Shadowsong, Xavius, Anduin Rin is looking like a real heartthrob right now. Tide Mistress, Athesa, Jen Greymane, Dargul the Underking, Khadgar, Gul'dan, Sylvanas Windrunner, and Illidan Stormrage. So I don't know all the lore bits and pieces, but all those characters are apparently going to be part of this, and I'm excited. You know, these are some characters that I know and love from WarCraft past. It's going to be really cool. Now, there's a whole lot more information on MMO Champion, on Reddit, on the official site. I can't just talk about it all right now. I'm trying hard to resist because there is so much cool stuff that I want to talk about. So much cool stuff. Oh, I'm just oh, get out of my life. Oh, the trailers, the cinematics, you gotta watch it. I'll link the site below, check it out. But I want to talk a little bit quickly about how Blizzard managed to add everything people wanted into one expansion. Now, there's some stuff that I haven't mentioned yet, which I'm about to. Illidan. People love Illidan. Demon Hunters. People love Demon Hunters. People want Demon Hunters. People wanted Demon Hunters. Ajara, the Naga. Take it. They're in there. The Emerald Nightmare. Malfurion. Everything else. That goes in there. It's coming. It's in this expansion. The Broken Isles. Which is sort of, kind of, well, not really the South Seas, but the Broken Isles. A big one that I don't quite understand is Illyria and Turelion. This is apparently their time. They're in this expansion. They're going to be present. They're a big deal. Apparently that's a big deal. The Titans are back. Sargeras and the Burning Legion. Class quests. More lore for your class. Much more meaning. This is what people have wanted for a long time too. Less orcs. Oh, jeez, less orcs. Oh my god. A shared capital city in the form of Dalaran. More focus on dungeons. Legendaries for everyone in the form of the artifact weapons. And then a separate PvE and PvP system. This is like the ultimate fan service expansion in the best possible way, right? I mean, I'm probably missing things. There's probably a whole lot more. But it's all looking so good. Now, some people aren't so happy with it. I have seen it. They're saying that this does look like more of the same. But more of the same being more of Draenor. I mean, Gul'dan's back and all that. But I honestly think that... Oh, and apparently you're going to face off against Gul'dan in the second raid? I'm not entirely sure, but you're going to kill him at some point in this expansion. But I honestly think that if you just give it a moment of your time, look at some of the screenshots, some of the videos, see what the zones look like, read about some of Blizzard's plans, I think you'll see that it's not exactly the same. Okay, it's a whole lot of new, and it's a whole lot of stuff that will be incredibly interesting. Seriously, I am so excited for this. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to reroll Demon Hunter yet, but it is something that I'm strongly considering. I would have preferred a class that can do all three specs. Tank, heal, and DPS. But at the same time, Demon Hunter just looks so cool that it might be too hard to pass up. Besides, I want to make videos and stuff on it, so it might be worth it for me. But I would like to hear what you guys think about this. I mean, again, I didn't talk about everything here. I spoke about a lot. Okay, I did talk about a whole lot of it, but not everything. Gonna cover some of the other parts of it in more detail soon. I'll go in depth. I will, and I'm excited about that. But, you know, for now, that's gonna be it. Okay, it's enough. It's enough. You guys can mull it over. Let me know what you think about the expansion. Are you excited about Legion? It's coming soon. Apparently the beta is coming later this year. I'm assuming sometime after BlizzCon, and launch Q1, first part of next year. Man, I'm hoping upon hope that we get to be somewhere overseas with good ping, able to stream when this releases, because it would be so fun. Happy that.